All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about a new and honestly pretty controversial type of AI tool that's popping up everywhere. And these things are designed to completely change the game for job interviews by helping you during the live interview itself. Just picture this for a second. You're on that high-stakes video call. The hiring manager throws a super tricky behavioral question at you, and instead of that deer in the headlights feeling, a perfectly worded answer just appears on your screen. That's the wild technology we're digging into today. So what do we even call these? Well, the industry is landing on AI Interview Copilot. Think of it like a secret ghostwriter for your job interview. It listens in, figures out the question, and then instantly feeds you talking points or even full answers in just a few seconds. But how does this even work? Without the interviewer having any clue. The tech behind it is actually way more sophisticated than you might think. So let's pull back the curtain on how these stealthy assistants operate. It all happens in 4, frankly, lightning-fast steps. First, the software uses what's called automatic speech recognition, or ASR, to listen in and grab what the interviewer says. Then, it instantly transcribes that audio into text. That text gets shot over to a powerful large language model, like the brains behind ChatGPT, which cooks up a great answer. And finally, boom, that answer pops up on your screen, ready for you to use. Now, here's the thing. Not all of these copilots are the same. You've got your web-based apps, which are pretty risky. If you get asked to share your screen, it's game over. But then you have the really advanced tools, which are actual desktop applications. And that's where the key difference is. These desktop apps work at the system level, meaning they can run completely invisibly, even while you're sharing your entire screen. They are literally designed for stealth. And this brings us to the core conflict, right? These tools promise to be an absolute game changer, especially for anxious job seekers. But they also come packed with some serious, and I mean potentially career-ending risks. Look at this contrast. It's pretty stark. On one hand, the promise is so tempting. It could crush your anxiety, give you a huge confidence boost, and even help you structure answers perfectly with methods like STAR. But then you look at the other side. The peril is just huge. You've got a high risk of getting caught, you could be violating company policies, and you could do permanent damage to your professional reputation. You're basically misrepresenting what you can actually do. And we have to be fair, the argument for these tools isn't just about getting an unfair edge. This quote from a user really highlights a powerful point. For people with social anxiety, ADHD, or autism, these tools might feel like they're finally leveling the playing field, helping them show off their real talent without the usual interview hurdles. Okay, so this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? With all this talk about stealth and running in the background, can companies really figure out if someone's using an AI copilot? Well, let's just say the suspicion is incredibly high. Research from a detection platform called Sherlock AI found that in some situations, employers suspected AI-assisted cheating in up to 81% of their interviews. Just let that number sink in. That is absolutely staggering. It tells you that recruiters are definitely on high alert for this. And they are not just guessing. Detection is way more than just looking to see if your eyes are darting around. Companies are using behavioral analysis to spot when a candidate's answer is just a little too perfect for a really tough question. They're listening to the audio for weird pauses or delays. And the really advanced systems can even detect activity from hidden windows or if you're using a second device. So here's the bottom line. Getting caught isn't just a minor oops. It completely changes how that employer sees you. You go from being a prepared candidate to being someone who is actively misrepresenting their abilities. It's really a question of your professional integrity. But this does not mean the technology itself is evil. Not at all. There is a much, much smarter and safer way to use these incredible tools. So is their only purpose to help you cheat? Absolutely not. The real magic of these platforms might not be in the live interview at all, but in everything you do before you ever get on that call. This is the fundamental choice you have to make. Are you going to use AI as a crutch to feed you answers you didn't earn? Or are you going to use it as your own private coach to build the skills you actually need to knock it out of the park on your own? And here is exactly how you do that. Some of these platforms, like fianlround AI or coprep AI, have these amazing practice modes. You can run mock interviews that are tailored to the exact job you want. You can get instant private feedback on your tone, your pacing, even how many times you say This is where the AI becomes your ultimate training partner, not a cheat sheet. So ultimately, this is what you should walk away with. The real innovation here isn't some high-tech way to trick a recruiter. It's having access to a tireless, totally personalized interview coach that can help you genuinely get better at interviewing. So I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. When it comes to your career, is your goal to find a tool that helps you simulate competence for a half-hour video call? Or is it to find one that helps you actually build that competence for the rest of your life? The choice really is yours.